Yo, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast coming at you with another episode. Coming straight at you, bringing you the heat about this Donovan Mitchell trade that just happened about a few hours ago. Donovan Mitchell gets traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, man, and I'm about to give you that breakdown, my reaction, and what does this mean for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's get it.
Give it to me like.
So, earlier today, it was a Woj bomb. Again, last, I think, shoe to drop is Donovan Mitchell, right? Gets traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. So, Mitchell, right now, was the only player traded from the Jazz to Cleveland to the Cavs. And in this deal, the Utah Jazz received Lauri Markkanen, all right, Okai Agbaji, I can't pronounce that, Colin Sexton, 3 unprotected first-round picks, 2025, 2027, 2029, and 2 pick swaps via 2026 and 2028. Colin Sexton will be signed to a 4-year, $72 million contract, which is the with the Jazz via sign and trade. Unreal. Last shoe to drop. Rumors were like, that we're not going to give up Mitchell. According to the Jazz, I mean, they were playing they were playing smoke out there. And they finally did. Unreal. This was huge. Big trade in the NBA. Probably as big as Rudy Gobert. And this has been unreal, ladies and gentlemen. What a trade for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Acquiring Donovan Mitchell, who is a lights-out scorer. So, is it worth it? Was all those assets worth it for Donovan Mitchell? Well, guess what, man? You got to pull the trigger. When you have a player who's been in the league now going on his 5th year, and actually going on his 6th year, I apologize, and is a career 23.9 points per game, 44% from the field, and can light it up at any time on this court. The last 2 seasons, Mitchell averaged 26.4 points per game and 25.9 last season, respectively. Both seasons I shot over 40%, 44 last year and 43% the year before, almost 44. So, he shoots in the mid-30s, which that's probably where he probably needs to. But he's one of those guys that can take over games, all right? He's a superstar. He's going to a team that is going to play alongside Garland, who is last year had a breakout season. I think we're going on his 3rd season. Him and Darius Garland, I think it's going to be a beautiful combo. And they got, Evan Mobley, who last year was a rookie, came back strong, had a great rookie season. Kevin Love, he still can hoop it up, maybe not to that level that he was, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Dean Wade, they have some weapons. They have some weapons. I like this. I really like this right now. Honestly, it's a good trade for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They gave up a lot, but you were expecting that after Rudy Gobert received all those assets. It is what it is. The Cleveland Cavaliers were in the position to pull the trigger, and it was the right thing to do because Mitchell was available, even though the Jazz said they were not going to trade him after all the rumors, right? Man, you got to give Danny Ainge some credit, dude. Executive of the year right here, all right? Yes, the man cannot draft worth a shit. But right now, with the Rudy Gobert trade and the Donovan Mitchell trade, I think we're looking like at 13 picks he has all the way through to 2029. Unbelievable. Let's see what he does with all these assets. This is where he struggles a little bit, signing free agents and drafting. But, man, he is a complete beast when it comes to the trading block. A complete freaking beast when it comes to the trading block. I mean, last year, they finished, Cleveland, was fighting, play the play-in game. All right, they were the number 8th, right there, 7 and 8 seed, and they were in the play-in tournament. Finished the year, surprisingly, they 43 and 39. I'm sorry, they were 44 and 38, finishing number 9, which is a pleasant surprise. And Colin Sexton getting hurt. So did I think Ricky Rubio was in the team, also got hurt. So they whether they became a serious contender, I don't know about that. I don't think they're still better than Boston or Miami or the Milwaukee Bucks. or even the 76ers is going to have a full year um, with James Harden. I honestly put them maybe closer to the Toronto Raptors and the Bulls at this point. Maybe that 5 seed, 6 seed, 7 seed kind of status. They do improve a couple of places up. But again, it's going to be interesting having Donovan Mitchell, who's a heck of a scorer, a heck of a player, can take over games, all right, can light it up at any point. Athletic ability, can jump out the gym alongside Darius Garland. You're going to have a nice combo with those two young bucks who can both light it up, man. Evan Mobley, like I mentioned, he's pretty decent, and I think he is definitely going to be a difference maker. So I'm thinking 5, 6. Um, Honestly, they do improve, but it doesn't mean it gets them a step closer to a ring at all. I think it gets them a step closer to probably making the playoffs without doing it via the play-in tournament. That's where I think Donovan Mitchell pulls the Cavs. Not trying to hate here, all right? Not because I'm a Knicks fan. My Knicks blew it, by the way. They had a chance at Donovan Mitchell, and guess what? They didn't. They blew it up like they always do. They've been doing it in the last few years. I knew on Tuesday, and I'm sorry to digress, as soon as they signed R.J. Barrett to that contract extension, which I agree, you needed to sign R.J. Barrett with those great stats, at 20 points a game, 5 and 8. You got to sign R.J. Barrett, who's the future of that team for now, and it was a bargain deal at 120. I knew once they signed him, there was no way in hell this trade was happening. But Donovan Mitchell does make the Cavs better. I think it puts them in the middle of the pack. It doesn't get them a step closer to an NBA championship, and it does get them a step closer to making the playoffs without going the route of the play-in tournament. That's what I'm saying. Maybe a first round out and a tough one by that. And again, going back to the Knicks were rumored to probably had a deal on the table that the Jazz said hell no, which it was Donovan Mitchell. The Knicks would offer Evan Fournier and Obi Toppin and 5 picks. And I think this kind of like fell off the table based on the fact that only 2 of those future picks came without protections that the Knicks were trying to offer. So, you can't hit the ball if you don't take a swing at it, a serious swing at it, not just a half swing. And that's what the Knicks did in this Donovan Mitchell trade attempt. It sucks. It really sucks. But congrats to the Cavaliers. I think they had to pull the trigger. I don't care. Well, they gave up a lot. They definitely gave up a lot, but Donovan Mitchell, I think, is well worth it. He's still young, man. And last year he averaged 25.5, I think 25. What did we average last year? I think it was 25.9 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, 5.3 assists. Dude, he 44.8% from the field. He's a bucket. And it's going to be fun watching this young Cavs team, which last year was fun watching this young Cavs team, watching them this year with Donovan Mitchell leading the squad. It's awesome, and it's great to see. Man, the East is getting tougher and tougher. It's just right now things for like Miami and the Bucks and the Celtics just got a little bit tougher because the Cavs did improve. Again, not championship level, but they did improve, and they will cause some headaches, cause peskiness for other teams because there will be a difficult out night in and night out for the rest of the Eastern Conference Final. It is what it is. Thank you for listening and watching. Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast signing out. Peace.